the Israelis worked very closely with us. We literally drained their intelligence databases and turned them into inspections so that the Israelis were believing me when I said there's nothing.
Yeah.
But they were getting very comfortable.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of it. In 1991, during the war, when the Iraqis started firing Scud missiles into Israel, the Israelis would sound off these alarms.
Yeah.
And the Israelis had put saran wrap on their house, turned it and all this. They put in the gas mask on, but they put it on wrong. Babies suffocated in their mother's arms.
Oh, wow.
Old people died because the gas mask, they suffocated. A lot of Israelis died, and there was panic. People fled and all this stuff. Oh. And it was a big deal.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And so now the head of intelligence is coming to me, and he calls me in, and he goes, okay, I have to go brief the prime minister right now. This was in 1994. The Saudis were making a move on Kuwait. The Americans were putting Patriot missiles in place. Everybody believed the Iraqis would fire Scuds again. He said, I have to go brief the prime minister. We have to make a decision. Mm-hmm. Do we release gas masks to the Israeli people in preparation for this? He said, the last time we did it was a disaster. He said, so I need you to tell me right now, does Iraq have Scud missiles that can be tipped with chemical weapons that can hit Israel?
What'd you say?
I said, no. And he believed me. And he went and briefed the prime minister of Israel, and they didn't issue the gas masks.
Wow. Okay.
So my point is the Israelis were actually believing what we were saying.
Yeah. But they were involved in all the inspections.
By the time I left, when I started, Iraq was their number one threat.
Yeah.
They tried to kill Saddam. There was an assassination attempt against Saddam this went bad. They did a rehearsal for it. And unfortunately, there was a live fire incident. They ended up killing a bunch of their own guys. So
they're ruthless. They've been killing, Arab powers since the beginning.
I can't comment on that, but I can say that they were trying to kill Saddam.
Yeah,
and it went tits up, and it didn't work. But Saddam was the number one threat. When I left in 1998, Iraq had dropped to about number 6.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who was the number one threat at that point?
You want it?
America?
You ready for this? No. Orthodox Jews.
What?
The number one threat to Israel.
What?
The number one threat to Israel were right-wing extremist Jews. When you say what? Who killed Yitzhak Rabin?
I don't know.
A right-wing extremist Jew. Assassinated the prime minister of Israel.
Oh,
and
shit.
They had opened up this aliyah and allowed all these Russian and Ukrainian Jews to come into Israel, which radically transformed the politics of Israel, shifting it from in the middle, where people were actually talking about the potential of peace with the Palestinians, and moved it to the right. And so the Israeli security service is looking at this saying, we're our own worst enemy. We're the biggest threat to Israel. We are Israelis. That was the number one threat. Iran was number 2, and there were other. Iraq had dropped to number 6.
Egypt was probably on that list.
Egypt was probably even lower than that. I think.
Yeah. Yo, what the hell? I did not. That you would not think that. Or were these Orthodox Jewish people? Were they Zionists?
Well, no. That's the problem. There's two kinds. The real Orthodox actually don't believe in Israel.
Okay. Because
they say that there can't be an Israel until Messiah has come back and the temple has been rebuilt. And so they say that this is sort of it's against God's teaching to call it the state of Israel, because where's the Messiah? Where's the temple? You're getting ahead of yourselves. But the Israelis that they were worried about, the biggest threat, are the really right-wing conservative people that are the ultra-Zionists who believe in kicking the Palestinians out, don't respect them as human beings. Pretty much what the Israeli government is today was considered to be the greatest threat to Israel back in 1998.
Wow.